Hi everybody, we're back here in Heroes of the Storm. Yes, Dehaka, we know Dehaka. We are going to take a look at Dehaka in action for this video. In the previous video, there was so much additional content going on, so many hero changes. I felt it would be best to separate out the videos and have one about all the new hero changes and an introduction to Dehaka, and this one will hopefully be playing him. So I had one match with him and it was really miserable. I had like the whole team was just about Brazilian and the connectivity difficulties they were having was bad. Myself and the Murden stayed connected the whole time, but the Malfurion was DCing like crazy. The Nova, the other character we had that I don't remember, it was Towers of Doom. It was a miserable match. But I got to learn a lot of things about Dehaka just in that first match alone. One, you cannot break being gripped by another Dehaka with your burrow under the ground move. That won't work. Secondly, I feel like he's a little squishy. I had a Tyrande just, you know, hanging back and just poking at me. I was like, ow, ow. She's kind of ow. Okay. And, I mean, while Dehaka is disruptive, I'm kind of beginning to feel like Dehaka might be a miss for Blizzard on this one. Like, LiMi, phenomenal. Lunara, weak, squishy in the beginning, but good. Greymane, good. Lunara's in the competitive meta. Greymane's in the competitive meta. LiMi is definitely in the competitive meta. Zul was quite overpowered. Cho'Gall, you know, Cho'Gall kind of came in like a fart. He was there. You smelled him. You heard him. Collecting increased health regen permanently. I did find out that collecting essences was pretty good. I was up to like 36 in the first 2 minutes or 3 minutes of combat. I was like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. He's just awkward. He's very awkward. I mean, your Q ability doesn't really do a whole lot if you can't set this up properly. Like, if you're not bringing somebody into turrets or into follow-up, one whole ability is kind of a waste, you know? It's just sort of you know, it's a waste to use it. Well, here we go. We definitely got some good benefit there. Okay. That wasn't really happening in the first match. And as you can see, Gazlo's popularity is definitely spiking, but I can clear his turrets a little bit easier by doing that. Unfortunately, the turret is still up. And I did find out that once you get a good amount of essences, the heal is pretty sizable. Yeah, I knew he was going to get out of range there. But, you know, I mean, he's definitely subject to poke. I mean, that's a definite. The good thing is, much like Brightwing and you know, thank you for the help, I appreciate that. Much like Brightwing and Falstad, he definitely does have global presence. And I was joking with my friend the other day saying, you know, when we get Dehaka, it is definitely conceivable to have Team Jumpscare, Brightwing, Falstad, and Dehaka just, you know, having global presence. And he brought up Illidan, which of course requires Illidan's to hunt, but So I really thought I had the Tychus on the grip there. By the way, the grip is definitely subject to block. And see, this is a tough talent tier right here. Increased essence for minions, increased essence for... Yeah, we'll go with the minions. Nice rotation from the Nova there. And see, yeah, and that's where Burrow comes in good. Like, that is the exact thing Blizzard wants you to do for it. I burrowed, friends came in, and, you know, the threat became real at that point. And now I'm going to get his turrets by doing the spin while being immune. Okay, so I think he broke me out of my own grip there on the Gazelle. That was kind of weird. And it's going to be interesting to see if Dehaka's presence can mean enough that hiding in a bush like this becomes a scary prospect. Oh, I was out of that. Again, I don't know why the Gazelle just walked right through that. It was right in front of me. God, the desired amount is definitely strong. Alright. Reduces Dark Swarm cooldown, gather regen globes. Oh, yeah, shit. Didn't want to do that. Not what I wanted to do. I mean, he definitely does counter Gazelle a little bit in terms of turret clear and everything. But, you know, once he runs out of essences, squish factor. So there's the new, well, this is what happened to you deal. I don't know. He's just awkward. It's really hard to get a feel for what is he supposed to do out in the field. I mean, yeah, okay, he can get back into some fights pretty quickly. Is he going to present enough of a threat that people aren't going to want to hide in a bush when he's around? Is his wave clear gonna be strong? Are people gonna want him for his wave clear over Leoric's big swings or Johanna and everything like that? Okay, got the grip on him that time. That time it actually worked. So I'm gonna put my heroic on him. And we got the Dragonite. So, I don't know. This match is definitely going a lot better. The first match was just awful. with him, and yeah, I mean, a lot of it had to do with the DCs and everything that was getting experienced, which meant the healer was kind of useless. A lot of the DPS was useless. And again, with the... Ooh! Got a nice grip on the Gazel there. Was totally not expecting that. Now, nice counter to Lunara. If Lunara goes to leap you and you burrow as she goes over you, that'd certainly be cool. Nice little flank going on over here. If they got chased down. He's getting a little bit better as the game goes on. In the beginning, I think people might not find Dehaka particularly satisfying. Blinded him, made him retreat into his base. The essences are weird. Seeing the essences come into you like that, it almost makes it look like you're under fire, but at least visually, it's such a distinctive missile that's heading towards you. It's not going to be confused with anything else. He might be good at the clutch moments. I mean, the kind of niche that I see Dehaka coming in is like, you're doing the Punisher map, the enemy team has 35, you have 38, you're the only one left, you go in there, you charge in with Dark Swarm, you burrow, and invincibly you capture the last two that you need for your team, you get a Punisher. I see superstar moments like that for him, but I just don't really know what else he's gonna be good at. The self-heal burst is pretty interesting. The panic somebody's gonna have trying to get away and maybe Z to a bush, that might mess with people. I mean, right there, if that Lunara... I was beginning to think, okay, I need to Z to a bush, but this Lunara might be chasing me. The thought of having to click on the map and find a quick little bush or something like that to get out was like... It was a very interesting prospect to think about. Couldn't really contest that point with such low health. And I mean, like a lot of people said, they're just gonna step back and they're gonna wait. Just don't really know if I like him right now. He's... Well, that didn't sound good. I do know that my girlfriend is definitely looking forward to playing him, especially getting the cyber suit. I don't know. Well, see, went too far, like on the map. And went to go get behind the Tychus and gank him. and like misclicked on the map. Alright, so yeah, I gotta get used to his abilities and the way they work. They're very similar to the Artanis Prism skill shots, is how they work out. Ha! Now I got the blind. Oh, okay, can that... Wow, that lasted a while.
Feel the hatred of 10,000.
And my burr wasn't up. I don't know. I mean, we don't have a healer. If I had a healer on me, would I feel better about him? I don't know. I'm typically not negative on new heroes when they come out and everything. I don't have a track record of being like, oh, this guy sucks and he's ass and like you can't play him, blah blah blah. You know, even Lunara, despite feeling that she was very squishy when she came out, I didn't complain on her too much. I've liked everybody they've released recently, but Dehaka's, I don't know. He's just not that fun. And he made all the changes that have been made to other characters like Gazlo and Illidan and all that. The fun factor might be in other people in this patch, not Dehaka. Yeah, I knew that one was death. I just wanted to experiment and see what I could do there, and I don't know. Not fond of them. I mean, I did miskey one talent. Where was that? I like Symbiosis over here, since it gives him like a little bit of something that is, you know, just dissuades people from going in on you, but I really don't know. I mean, Gazlo, if there's a bush near an objective, Gazlo is a good counter because Gazlo could just lay mines. Yeah, he's fucking crazy. Wanted to be happy in this video, wanted to joke around and do the video in Dehaka's voice, and just so unhappy with him. Must collect essences to survive. Swarm evolution eternal. I am not a fun warrior to play. Illidan is much better than me. Yeah. He's... I think the highlight of this patch is not going to be Dehaka, but what has happened to everybody else. Like Illidan and Kalthus and... Well, thanks for the kick. I mean, this one I don't necessarily think is about the comp. The first one was definitely about the comp. It was about the DCs. This one is a much better match, but he's just not that much fun to play. I mean, that laser drilled. It's a fucking Sonya's just AFK. Yeah, I'm not really fond of him. My daily today is to win 3. And I really don't think I'm staying with Dehaka for it. I just don't like his spot in the match. Yay, heroic. So, splash.
You are not prepared. Death cannot stop me.
I mean, what's pretty cool is the fact that I can hearth and like maybe get back to something really, really quickly, but like here's nothing I could do for that Gazlowe. No bushes around. I mean, that was like 2-on-1, and yeah, I think other people will wind up being more fun than Dehaka in this one. I mean, a lot of people are saying in chat that Gazlowe is the ultimate zone control right now. Dehaka might be that kind of hero that just works out really well if you are teamed up with the people on your team. Like if you're on Vent or TeamSpeak or something and you're just organizing things like that, Sylvanas is like, hey, I'm going to control his movement. You're like, alright, I'm going to grip him when it's done. There's going to have to be a large amount of interconnectivity between you and your teammates in order for Dehaka to really shine. I just don't think he's going to be a pub warrior by any stretch. So, well guys, I'm going to cut off the video before this travesty ends and upload it, and I hope you don't find me excessively negative against Dehaka. I mean, obviously that Dehaka was on a winning team, but let's look at the final stats here. I didn't really enjoy him. Not a whole lot of fun on him. I don't find his gameplay that engaging. Like, you know, Lunara was risky, but you felt engaging on her. Li Ming, you feel powerful. Johanna, you feel like you control things. Cho'Gall, obviously, that's a whole different discussion. But, yeah, I mean, my hero damage was better than his. My siege wasn't. I tanked tons. Died 5 times. He died twice. Let's look at the talent breakdown here. Movement speed, regeneration, minions. This was the misclick. Drag duration. Both did that. Bush Stalker, when you come out of it. Bush Stalker. Rapid regen, drag, Apex Predator, and isolation hits all heroes, which I didn't even have a chance to get. So, alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about Dehaka, especially after you've played him. I hate to really sound so down on the poor guy, but I think I'm going to try something else for my wins today. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. See you here again on G4G.